Did I tell you that I got a thermal imaging camera?
Yeah, you got it for Christmas.
Yep. Wasn't really too sure if I mentioned that to you.
You used it yet?
No, not yet. Still in the box. Been kind of waiting on the next time we do something. Probably one of the best third acts of a movie ever.
What's that?
I said probably one of the best third acts of a movie I've ever seen. I think the next one we are going to be watching is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What would you like to watch next? I got...
Slasher movie, because now it's dark out, so...
Yeah. Got the full moon, too. I got Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I got It. The Shine... I got... Can't even see that. The Shining. I got The Shining and The Burning. You ever seen The Burning?
Oh, sounds familiar.
It's a slasher flick. It's like a camp slasher flick. It's a pretty good one though. It's I've actually heard people they like that movie so much that they don't even bother watching like the first Friday the 13th. They actually put that on and then they put the rest of the Friday the 13th on. Talking about watching The Burning. The Burning it is. He went to grab some more wood for the fire. We're about to watch The Burning. It's basically our night right now, is just watching flicks on the 120-inch screen I decided to put up on the side of the garage.
Well, let me guess, he's gonna be the killer.
Oh yeah, that's exactly.
Get revenge on him.
Yep. I'd be pretty pissed too. Look at that shit.
You see he's got a bird suit on because his face is all covered up.
But there's something special about practical effects. Just finished The Burning. We're getting ready to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Pretty excited to watch this one. Huge fan of this movie. I'm about to go in and get me some more coffee. Ooh. We've been just sitting over there watching movies all night. Pretty fun thing to do. Oop. Spilling my leftover coffee. Look at that. Epic, I know. Epic. This is my battery's about to die. Oh well. That's fine. It was just a quick little vlog thing, I guess. There's Church in the window. He's just watching the fire outside. So you had an awkward moment with my sister in there. Look at him just staring. Church, you all right? He is really feeling it. He notices what we're doing over here. I think Joe liked The Burning. I'm going to get my vest. Be right back. You do an amazing job as is. I have no questions, but I do want to say I really hope you do some more locations of your investigating and seeing you in action. Your last one was great. Thank you so much for that. That means a lot. I have not been able to do other investigations. Unfortunately, we did go to an abandoned location, which was a lot of fun. Me and Cinnamon. That was great. Her old childhood home. Really fun to film. But we haven't really gone out and done a paranormal investigation since the Blair House. And the reason why we were even able to do the Blair House to begin with was because I was invited. Wanted me to go out there. She even said I was invited whenever I wanted to. I'm not sure if that still is, I'm still allowed to do that, but she really invited us out there out of the kindness of her heart. The generosity she showed us was absolutely amazing. And we had a blast filming that investigation. Nothing really happened, but we had a blast investigating it. And yeah, I had a blast. It was just great stuff. What I will say about the possibility of doing stuff in the future, it just depends on where the channel stands. I mean, if the channel starts hitting those goals, those membership goals, those Patreon goals, and the channel starts actually bringing in more money, then I'm going to be able to do more. But for right now, with me working my job and doing YouTube at the same time, focusing on my main job right now more because I'm making more money off my main job than I am YouTube at the moment. Because I haven't been really uploading a whole lot. I had to get a job to obviously help pay the bills and help around this house. And most of that money goes towards the house and goes towards the things I really need to stay focused on. But if this channel starts making more money, where the money is specifically going to be used for this channel, then maybe, who knows, maybe someday we will actually be able to do that kind of stuff again. But for right now, we're just kind of taking a break and putting on pause. The video did so well, by the way. The video did amazing, and you guys are to thank for that. You guys got I think the likes were like almost 1.3 thousand likes, which is really good in my opinion. Did you go to college? And if so, what were your majors? I didn't go to college. As a matter of fact, I was accepted to several colleges, but I kind of turned them down at the last minute. I was going to go for filmography. I was wanting to be a film director. That's where my passions really lie. I wanted to go out there and make slasher films. I always thought it'd be fun to make slasher films like the Fear Street movies or Friday the 13th. Things like that really get me excited, and I deep down have the soul of a filmographer. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Besides being a content creator, is there any other job you would like to do? Film director. Hi, Jordan. Who is your favorite haunted paranormal channel? I don't have one. I go back and forth so often, and there's a lot I take into consideration, especially the me of today. The me of probably 3 years ago would have either said Sam and Colby or Overnight. The me of today looks at other things now besides just entertainment value when it comes to the paranormal. So it's very hard and difficult for me to kind of give you a legitimate answer for that one. I love a lot of them. I love Side Eye Guy, Mythos Paranormal, Beardo Gets Scared. I do enjoy Sam and Colby. I don't care what anybody says. I do enjoy it. I find a lot of entertainment out of it. I take a lot into consideration now when I answer those kind of questions when it comes to the paranormal community, because my opinion has changed so much within the last 2 years about everything that's related to the supernatural, paranormal. And I've opened my eyes to a bunch of different possibilities, which I'm so grateful I did, because it's actually refreshing. I can't really answer that, but I appreciate the question. Would you ever do a meet and greet? Kind of like the first question, I feel like I have my own personal set goal for whenever I want to do a personal meet and greet. Maybe like if a bunch of content creators, a bunch of paranormal investigators decided, hey, we're going to Ohio to do a meet and greet, and we want to know if you wanted to go ahead and open up a booth along with us, then maybe that'd be a possibility. But for like right now, if it's just me trying to set one up, I probably wouldn't try to set one up until I hit 100,000 subs. I obviously have a lot of these mental goals. Like I'm not going to do certain things until I hit this certain point. That's kind of where I'm at. So maybe at 100,000, maybe I'd consider on trying to get something set up. But for right now, I'm not really thinking about a meet and greet. As a matter of fact, Kristen Lee, when she was in charge of the Blair House, I'm not sure if she's still in charge of it. When she was in charge of it, she actually asked me if I wanted to do a meet and greet over at the Blair House, which would have been a really cool concept. Question 1, have you had a paranormal experience? And if so, what was it? I have so many paranormal experiences. Again, I'm not just a guy who just wants to criticize everything and doubt everybody, because I do believe in the paranormal. But my personal experiences I've told 1,000 times, so I'm just going to leave like links in the description for if you want to go over there and check these videos out to hear my personal experiences, you guys can. I've actually been recently like trying to debunk myself a lot with my own paranormal experiences, maybe thinking that maybe it was in my head, maybe I've been starting to question myself a lot when it comes to my own experiences. But if you want to hear my personal stuff going on, then definitely go check out those videos, because Yeah, I'm sure they might give you a little bit of the jitteries if you are into hearing personal experiences. Do you believe in there being such a thing as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti? Just curious. I want to believe so bad. I really do. I really am holding my hand out like, please, Bigfoot, be real. Right now, I'd say probably not. I'm just, there's been too many videos that I just really feel are fake. Guys in costumes, CGI. I'm very hesitant to trust in anybody who says they have seen the Bigfoot and Sasquatch. And also these shows that are out there, like Finding Bigfoot, they always get so close to finding it. And then it always turns out to be like that bait and switch where it's like, oh, this could be something walking through the woods, like it's on both legs. And they're all looking at each other like, oh my God, we might be getting something to cut the commercial. And then it comes back and it's just like a little raccoon. Like there's so many moments like that where it's like, of course, I want to believe so bad. And I'm still holding out hopes. But at the moment, I would probably safely say I don't, but I want to. I think a simple question will do. How are you doing? How's life? And do you have any future plans? I always have future plans. I'm doing pretty okay. I've obviously been dealing with a lot of depression. A lot of things happened in my life throughout this year so far, 2025, that have been very heavy on me and have been beating me up quite a bit. So I've been taking a lot of breaks, you've probably noticed, and with my job, it's just so stressful. So I've gotten a lot going on. But as of right now, I could say, though, I'm okay. I'm okay, and I'm doing okay. So thank you so much for that question. I hope you're doing all right, too. Would you ever film an Ouija board challenge for your channel? I have thought about this a lot. Maybe. Back then, I used to believe Ouija boards were conduits. They were evil. They were going to bring something nasty into my house, and I wouldn't be able to stop it. After watching a lot of debunking videos about Ouija boards, my opinion has differed, and my fear of them have dimmed quite a bit. So I might, at some point, who knows, give it a shot. I've been watching some debunkers using Ouija boards, and nothing ever happens to them. So take it for what you will. My fear of them have definitely dimmed. Would you ever go to a haunted place that your fans ask you to go? Well, again, if we ever hit our goals on Patreon or members, where we are making a safe amount of money with the channel that actually would allow me to go out there and do more stuff, yeah, I'd put up polls. And I've said that many times too. I would put up polls for people to pick the locations that we would be able to go to, because then I could be able to financially afford to have like a buddy of mine drive us down there or whatever have you, get the equipment we need and just go off and film some of these things in some free time. Or maybe I can take some time off from work and be able to go do that stuff. But for right now, not really. But if we ever do hit our goals, then yeah, I would be putting out polls for people to pick the locations we go to. Would you ever read scary experiences from your fans? Have a nice day. Actually, as a matter of fact, I used to have a small series on the channel called Why We Believe, where I asked a couple of my audience members their personal paranormal experiences. And that was a lot of fun. So if you have not, go look those up on the channel. I'm sure you will find it very entertaining and very interesting. When are you bringing Stone Rock to the UK so we can grab a beer? I'm assuming you mean Andrew Stone Rock. Man, I would love to go to the UK, and I would love to have a beer. I think that'd be great. Maybe at some point, if we ever do a meet and greet, we'd get a meet and greet at a bar, bring Andrew along with, and we can all just fucking have a beer. Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. What is your favorite sport, such as football, soccer, MMA, basketball, and wrestling? If so, name who is your favorite player, wrestler, MMA fighter, or favorite team. To be honest, I actually am not huge into sports. The first time I actually went to a sports event was the Seattle Mariners game, and I think it was like 2004? I can't really remember. But I remember going to this game in Seattle, and I fell down the escalator twice. Yeah, I fell down the escalator twice, and I was cut up. It was on my birthday. Fall days, it was on my birthday. I got the shit kicked out of me by an escalator, and ever since then, I had PTSD of escalators. It wasn't until 2021, on the Texas trip to the gas station, is when I finally was able to go up an escalator. It took me forever to stand on that thing and just hold on to the sides. But man, it was terrifying. But I'm not huge into sports. If I had to give you a favorite team or player, I really can't give you a player, but I can give you a favorite team. I probably would go with the Seattle Seahawks for football, because my parents are huge into Seattle Seahawks. We have Seattle Seahawks merch all over the place, so I'd probably go with that. What is your favorite music genre, and name your favorite band? I'd have to go with 80s rock. 80s rock. And I know this isn't really my favorite singer of all time, but I'm going to go ahead and say Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, I like Cyndi Lauper. What would your favorite Sam and Colby collab be? And which location? Location's tough. I got to think about that one a little bit. But if I had to give you a collaboration, I'd probably go and say the older collaborations with Jake, Elton, Corey. Probably go with those three. And I feel like in recent times, Sam and Colby's videos, though they are fun and entertaining, they don't feel that special, that feeling that they used to have. And I actually used to enjoy the friendship aspect of their videos. And yeah, it's still there with Sam and Colby, of course. But when they bring on people for collaborations anymore, it just feels like a bunch of people they're just kind of wanting to do collaborations with because it's just going to make their audience, it's going to make their audience bigger because they're going to be bringing in other people's audiences. It's not really about that friendship feel anymore, which I think was powerful in their older videos. So I'd probably have to go with the classic collaborations like Elton, Corey, and Jake. That's just my opinion. And yes, I'm allowed to like Sam and Colby. I find entertainment out of them. I know people don't like them. I look, all of it is subjective. They are entertainers at the end of the day. I find them entertaining, but I have a hard time trusting in their paranormal evidence. That's all I'll say about that. Other than the paranormal, what are your other hobbies and interests? I love collecting antiques. I've always loved antiques. I go to antique stores whenever I can. Love clowns. I love collecting old antique clowns. I have several sitting around the room right now. Got even more. Want to get some good shelving so I can start displaying those a lot more often. But yeah, I'd probably say that. I love horror films. Massive horror buff. So you can probably ask me anything about any horror movie and I'll probably just be able to give you like most of the answers that you, I'd probably blow your mind. I'm a fucking nerd. Top 5 favorite horror films. I said I was going to make a video, but maybe I'll go ahead and just give you roughly my favorite horror films. John Carpenter's Halloween. This is in no specific order. John Carpenter's Halloween. The original Dawn of the Dead. Love Dawn of the Dead. Return of the Living Dead. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'll just throw those ones at you for right now, but those ones would definitely make my top 10. Hopefully that helps. What's your favorite beer? I'm actually not a fan of beer. I've been drinking water and coffee. That's literally what I survive on. What got you into YouTube? This is by another YouTuber, Haunted Sessions. Thank you for asking. My love of film. I love video content. I love creating video content. And YouTube was a good opportunity for me to start getting into it a little bit more. I was a very shy kid in school. You go back to my older stuff, you will see how awkward and shy I was. So wanting and really striving to get out there and get practice in for my maybe possible career choice, which was film, and being a film director, is what got me into YouTube. And then I started doing YouTube just as a hobby, and then at some point I was able to even do it as a full-time gig. What got you into the world of the paranormal, and do you enjoy reading? If so, what's your favorite book? It was actually at a young age when I got into the paranormal. We all sat down every Wednesday and watched Ghost Hunters. Because of Jason Hawes, Grant, and all them, that really is why I started really getting into the paranormal. And then my friend, Michael, you guys may remember him, he introduced me to Ghost Adventures. Crazy, that was back in like 2009 though when I got like into Ghost Adventures. And those are really where my love of the paranormal came. And then I obviously started developing my own personal opinions about the paranormal, and now I'm where I'm at. Have you ever been to the Ohio State Reformatory? If so, what did you think? I have never been there, but I know somebody who just went not too long ago, and I am insanely jealous. I've always wanted to go to the Ohio State Reformatory, not only because of the paranormal stories I hear, but also because the Shawshank Redemption was filmed at the Ohio State Reformatory, and I'm a massive fan of the Shawshank Redemption. Would you go to the Lizzie Bordon house? Absolutely. Absolutely, without even question. I would go to both Villisca and Lizzie Bordon house if I had the chance. Are you going to do a reaction to Squid Game Season 2? I'm hoping. I did get Netflix again, so I'm hoping I get that in. And even if it's just for members and patrons, I will at some point be doing more TV show reactions, also because I found out how to edit the audio. So for copyright reasons, I can remove the audio. So you might see it. You might actually see it because I might be able to do it and not have to worry about trying to figure out how to film around that. So, we'll see. Do you have a favorite horror story or movie? I can give you my favorite horror stories. I just gave you guys my top 5 favorite horror films, basically. So, horror story, scary stories to tell in the dark. I find a lot of enjoyment out of that. What Hogwarts house are you? I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. Thank you so much for the question. I'm Ravenclaw. I'm a Ravenclaw. I've done that quiz like so many times, and every time I get Ravenclaw. So I'm a Ravenclaw. Will you ever stop with reacting to content to do like exploring or haunted videos? I feel like I would do it all at once. I feel like I would still do reaction videos because this is where my heart and soul is when it comes to my channel. I'm a reactor at the end of the day, guys. I'm not a paranormal investigator or a debunker or anything like that. I'm a reaction channel. Though I do mix a lot of that stuff in. I am a reaction channel at the core. So that will never stop with this channel. I even want to get back into movie reactions someday. So yeah, no, I'd still do reactions. And I would love to go out there and explore and do haunted videos and do vlogs and all that great stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Why haven't you done any reactions to overnight in so long? In the recent poll, they weren't even an option. Any specific reason? Yes. The reason why I have not done any overnight reactions in a long time, even knowing I'd love to, because I'm such a big fan of overnight. I really, really enjoy overnight. Entertainment-wise, I think they are great. The reason why I haven't is because it takes a lot to sit down and watch 2 to 3 hour videos. And most of their videos right now are all 2 to 3 hours long. They are long videos. And to sit down for hours on end and watching something can be a little bit draining. So I have to really find the mental time to want to sit down and do that. I want to. And I haven't watched anything in my free time because I don't need to spoil myself. I want to do that. On the bright side, whenever I do sit down and watch them, I'll have a lot of content to react to. So because they've been just releasing and kicking ass. Unfortunately, they're dealing with a lot of copyright issues right now, and having their videos demonetized, which I just fucking hate for them. Hi, Jordan. Not really a question, but I want to get your thoughts on something my friend once said. My friend believes in the paranormal, but his mind does wander from time to time, and it made him think. As human beings of this human race, we have constructed demons, ghosts, spirits, unseen beings. We have also constructed aliens, skinwalkers, horrific stories, and scary things. He said this: what if aliens are real? What if Doctor Who story of Time Lords are real? What if the paranormal is just history of our planets and some of our demonic and good spirits are just invisible visitors from other Earths like planets? To be honest, I am absolutely the wrong person to answer this question because I've never seen Doctor Who. I don't know. I don't understand the theory. I'm having a hard time processing this. So I'm going to have to leave that as I just personally don't know. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Do take care.
Reactions are nothing new. However, there is one man on a mission who wants to prove the world a fakery. He used to follow all these paranormal shows. Now he's had enough. He is done. Dark thoughts is throwing down, coming after all these paranormal clowns. He is watching, not letting them get away. All these fakers, they're gonna have to pay. Chicken is throwing down, coming after all these paranormal clowns. He's watching, not letting get away. All these fake stars tearing the fakers apart. Lead with his heart, no one dare tell him catch me yet, because Jacob's